Ipikit ang iyong mga matang, maniwalang kaya mo. Haharapin, lalaban, walang susuko. Makakarating hanggang dulo. Maraming tanong, paano ba ito? May pag-alinlangan, may pagdududa. Kailangan lang tuklasin, ano ba ang kaya mo? Ngumiti ka lang, bagong pag-asa'y naghihintay. Huwag kang matakot, kaya mo, kaya mo. Nagdadalawang isip, nanginginig, tumutulo ang luha, nagagalit. Gusto ko na lamang pumikit, pipilitin kong kumapit. Pangangamba ko'y mawawalan na, nararamdaman ng panibagong pag-asa. Ito na ang simula, bahagari nakikita na. Ngumiti ka lang, bagong pag-asa'y naghihintay. Huwag kang matakot, kaya mo, kaya mo. Ngumiti ka lang, bagong pag-asa'y naghihintay. Huwag kang matakot, kaya mo. Ngumiti ka lang, bagong pag-asa'y naghihintay. Huwag kang matakot, kaya mo, kaya mo, kaya mo. Ipikit ang iyong mga matang, maniwalang kaya mo. Haharapin, lalaban, walang susuko. Makakarating hanggang dulo. Maraming tanong, paano ba ito? May pag-alinlangan, may pagdududa. Kailangan lang tuklasin, ano ba ang kaya mo? Ngumiti ka lang, bagong pag-asa'y naghihintay. Huwag kang matakot, kaya mo, kaya mo. Nagdadalawang
Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Of course, I would like to greet all the members of Team Pavlov, our let babies for March of this year. Malapit na po yung ating paghuhusga, no? The Day of Judgment. And of course, we know and we are confident that all of you are going to pass the let, and many of you are going to, of course, be in our top-notchers list. No? Gaya na lamang ng isa sa ating mga coaches. That's of course Coach Toto. Inyo din po nakikita sa ating screen right now. And of course, I am inviting all of you kung hindi pa rin po kayo member ng Team Pavlov, our Let March 2024 na teams, no? We still have our final coaching group. Yung final coaching group po is going to be from the pre-board of Team Pavlov, that's Jen and Prof, your final coaching, the discussions, of course, classified files, at kasama na din po yung ating last-minute tips. Okay? And of course, if you are in the Middle East, hello po sa lahat ng ating mga OFWs na nandiyan po sa ating Middle East. And of course, if you'll be taking the LET naman in June of this year and you'd want to enroll, you are all welcome. No? So we have our intensive online review program for the SPLE LET for the Middle East. Of course, kasama po natin sina Coach June at Coach Toto. Okay? So again, just send a message to this Facebook page if you'd want to join any of our groups. Now, ganun din po sa ating Team Dewey. Ang Team Dewey naman po would be for LET September of this year. No? So if you will be taking the LET in September, we have our early birds promo. No? So just send a message po to this Facebook page. No? Ito pong Facebook page kung saan po kayo mismo nanonood right now so that we can accommodate you and we can answer all the questions that you have regarding our membership. Okay? So again, kapag ikaw po'y alagang gurong Pinoy, of course, papasa, no? Siguradong pasado at sigurado, of course, meron pa rin magtatap sa ating licensure examination for teachers. Gaya na lamang po ni Ma'am Elma Mansol. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Elma, good evening, Coach Mek. Natututo po ako sa mga explanations mo. Ang galing mo po mag-explain. Salamat na marami. And of course, sa March po, magtitake si Ma'am Elma. Okay? So again, good evening and welcome to all of you. Kay Ma'am Gian Escorel from Masbate City. Good evening po. Okay, ayan. Si Ma'am Carla, sabi ni Ma'am Carla, hi Coach Mek and Team Pavlov. Good evening po. Ramdam na ng Team Pavlov ang lisensya sa araw ng tag-init. Okay? So malapit na po, no? Of course. Okay? So tonight, no? Tonight po ay diretso pa rin yung ating pagdi-discuss. This is going to be our last installment for our mid-review for Team Pavlov, no? So tonight, of course, is mid-review part 5 with me, Coach Mek. And of course, it's still going to be about your professional education. Bukas po, meron kayong mid-review part 6 with Coach Toto. And of course, alam nyo na po kung ano pong ating pag-uusapan. Okay? So, kasama po yan sa inyong mid-review sessions with Coach Toto bukas. That's math. Then of course, 12th and 13th, that's with Coach June. And of course, sa Valentine's Day, tayo po ang magkakadate. Okay? Magkakadate po tayo sa Team Pavlov with your pre-board. Okay? Hitik na hitik po yung ating pre-board. Nasabi ko na po ito sa ating mga miyembro. No? Meron po tayong malaking sekreto sa ating pre-board. So again, kung gusto nyo po malaman kung ano yung aming sekreto, magpa-member na po kayo dito po sa Gurong Pinoy. Alright? And of course, ongoing pa rin yung ating civil service review programs. And of course, final coaching 2 na din po this weekend sa ating po mga majorship. All right. Now again, this is mid-review part 5. For Prof Ed, kindly like, love, and share na po. Share our video so that many of the people who will be taking the LET can see us, no? And we can reach out to more people. And just like you, sila din po ay matuto at sila din po ay merong kahandaan sa nalalapit na licensure examination for teachers. Again, share and like our video. Very important that you are liking our video. Of course, we'd always say, kapag ka nag-like ka po at kapag ka nag-share ka po ng ating video, siguradong makakapasa. Okay? Siguradong magkakapasa. Sabi ni Facebook user, mag-ingay English major. Ayan, nasaan yung mga English major? Pasok, no? Pasok lahat ng mga English major. Pasok dito sa ating live stream. And of course, if you are a member of Team Pavlov Section A, lumabas po lahat ng members ng Team Pavlov Section A, lahat ng members ng Team Pavlov Section B. Hello! Andyan na po ba kayo, no? Yung ating Team YouTube, Team Facebook, sa ating po Facebook page, and of course, Team Replay, kayo din po ay aming pong binabate, of course, sa mga team replay natin. Of course, na mahirap ang buhay, yung iba sa atin may trabaho, hindi makapag-attend ng live stream, okay lang po yan. No? So, meron naman tayong team replay po, pwede pong balikan ang ating full-length video, and of course, ma-download ang ating file if you are a part of Team Pavlov. Watching from Binyan, Laguna, habang naglalaba, sabi ni Ma'am Bernadette Taytay, kakauwi lang din po galing school. Buhay nanay, private school teacher, pero laban lang mga kaguro. Saludo po ako sa inyong mga working moms Okay, working students natin dito sa Gurong Pinoy. Marami tayong mga students dito na working, no? Meron tayong ibang students, mga pasado na po, mga LPTs natin, yung iba po sa kanila, security guards, meron pong tricycle drivers, no? Meron pong chopper, okay? So iba't iba po ang yung mga trabaho ng ating mga kaguru dito. And of course, everyone is welcome. Yung mga live sellers natin, online sellers natin, o yung ating pong mga nanay, tatay, titos, titas, yung mga working na students natin dito, yung mga teachers, or kung saan man po kayo nagtatrabaho ngayon. No? Good evening po sa inyong lahat. And of course, we know that we are going to be learning a lot again tonight. Okay? So good evening, Team Pavlov, mag-ingay, Section A. That's coming from Ma'am Cooper Mary Jean. Okay? Wala po bang discussion? Pero naririnig ko na. Okay, sabi pala ni Ma'am May Anverial, wala pang discussion, naririnig ko na yung boses ni Coach May. Okay, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Working student and mother, si Ma'am Emeline Cartagena, dala-dala ang anak sa pag-aaral. Good evening po. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Yung iba naman naglilinis dahil sa Chinese New Year bukas, watching from Taiwan. That's coming from Ma'am Aurora from our YouTube channel. Okay? So again, good evening. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Again, like, love, paki-share na po ng ating video. Like our video para sigurado pong pasado. Like na po yung ating video para sigurado pong pasado kayo. And of course, share our video. Share your blessing. Share Gurong Pinoy. Good evening, Coach Mac. Watching from Negros Oriental with my jowa. Nakasama ko din. Magtitake ng Let This March. That's coming from Sir Joseph M. Piales. Good evening po. Sana all may kasama or may katabing jowa, no, habang nagre-review. Sir Aguinaldo Lincuna, Security Officer. Good evening po. And of course, again, as we've mentioned, saludo po kami sa inyong lahat na pinagsasabay, no, yung mga trabaho, pag-aalaga sa anak, pagbibenta, no, pagnenegosyo habang kayo po ay nagre-review. Okay? So, meron ding ibang may sakit, si Ma'am Normeda Abdul Nasser. Good evening po. Magre-review kahit nakahiga lang dahil tinamaan ng trangkaso, taas pa ng lagnat. Naku po, get well soon po, no? So, ang dami talaga may sakit ngayon, okay? So, mag-ingat po tayong lahat, and of course, take your vitamins and eat healthy, no? Sasabayan po ng dasal, pursige, sakripisyo, sipag, and of course, sabayan din po ng ehersisyo, na mag-exercise din po para tayo wag magkasakit, para dire-diretso po yung ating pagre-review. Again, like na po, love na po ng ating video para siguradong makapasa. And of course, share our video so that we can reach out to more people. All right, let us all start with our opening prayer. So samahan niyo po ako, mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, mid-review part 5, the last for our Prof. And again, paki-like na po, paki-love na po ng ating video. And of course, we will be starting in a few seconds now habang ako'y naghihintay sa pag-like and share niyo po ng ating video. Basahin ko din lamang, no, yung iba sa ating mga comments dito. Galing kay Ma'am April Emralino. Good evening, Coach. Listening from Pampanga. Nakakatakot po buksan ng mid-review sa math. Sabi ni Ma'am April, nako, huwag po kayong matakot. No? Kailangan pong harapin natin yung ating kinatatakutan na we have to conquer our fears. Remember, sabi po ni Coach Toto, math ka lang, magiging LPT ako. Okay? So magiging LPTs po kayong lahat. But of course, for you to become an LPT, dapat mong harapin natin yung inyong kinatatakutan. It might be math, or it might be Prof Ed, no? It might be any other subjects na major ninyo. Alam ko, yung iba sa inyo major din yung kinakatakutan. Yung TLE majors dyan, English, English. Ano pa ba? MAPE major, so social studies major, na yung iba pang majorship natin, Filipino, we have TLE-AFA, no? We have science, ano pa? Yung hindi ko nabanggit, no? MAPE, values ed, math, of course, okay? So kayang-kaya po yan, kayang-kaya po yan, okay? May sakit din po ako, mild stroke, nako po, si Ma'am Fian, Lataban Sinulinding. Good evening po. Good evening po. Nako, sana po ay bumuti po yung inyong pakiramdam very, very soon. Okay? From Santiago City, Isabela, Facebook user. Good evening po. Alright. TLE major yan, si Ma'am Lizelle Morales. Isa sa ating mga TLE majors. Okay? Sana marinig kong bumubulong sa akin si Coach June sa March 17. Si Sir Brian Sanguyo, no? Isa yata sa mga babies ni Coach June sa social studies or social science. Good evening, Coach Mac. Excited na ako magkaroon ng mga bagong LPTs. Sana this time may English major top-notcher na. That's coming from your kuya, no? Isa sa ating mga LPTs na, Sir Ernest Balot Ibanez. Good evening po, okay? All right, we go to item number 1. Ayan na, number 1. Very easy, very common question in the left. The concept of kindergarten school is drawn from a blank root word, which means children's garden. Would this be an Italian root word? Letter B, German root word? Letter C, French? Or letter D, English? What is our choice for item number 1? Number 1, what is your choice? Ayan, nakikita ko na yung sagot ninyo. Letter B. Letter B, nakikita kong choice niyo, no, sa ating pong comment box. Tama kaya ang letter B? Tama kaya ang letter B sa item number 1 or genocide kaya ang mangyari? Very easy. I hope all of you got this correctly. Tumpak na choice, of course, is letter B. German. Okay, so German, right? So you have the word kindergarten coming from the German language. Kinder means children, and of course garden means garden. The term dates back to the 19th century. Friedrich Froebel started the first kindergarten. He called it the Garden of Children in 1840. Okay, so 1840, letter B, German number 1, tumpak po ang ating choice. Okay, we go to item number 2. Ito, lumalabas po ito sa social studies, sa Gen Ed, at ganoon din po sa Prof Ed. So dapat po alam natin ang item na ito, no? Number 2. A foreigner who is studying here in the Philippines was turned off by the Filipinos' way of eating balot and frogs since he didn't experience it before. Would this be letter A? Sinocentrism. Letter B, ethnocentrism. Letter C, colonial mentality. Or is it letter D, culture shock? Okay, what is our choice? Number 2. Kung sa number 1 kaya tama ka din kaya? Tama ka din po kaya sa letter D, sa letter D na choice niyo for number 2? Ayan, sa wakas po, malakas ang signal, sabi ni Sir Emilio Calina Jr. Welcome po, welcome, okay? Buti na lamang at malakas ang signal. Letter D, nakikita kong choice niyo for number 2 is letter D, no? So, sabi ng letter D mo, culture shock. Culture shock nga ba? Ang ibig sabihin ng ating bang hinahanap dito ay culture shock? The correct choice, of course, is letter D, no? Kapag you see something at first, no? Or for the very first time, bagong-bago mong nakita, no? Bagong-bago nakita ng sarili mong mga mata, you've seen it for the first time or you've experienced it for the first time. You've never experienced it before. You've never seen it before. And of course, iba siya sa ating nakagawiang kultura, what we would feel, no? That feeling of uneasiness, yung hindi ka komportable, you'd call this culture shock. Okay? So culture shock, yan po ang hinahanap natin. Okay? Now, what about the rest of our choices here, no? Yung ating pong sinocentrism at colonial mentality, halos magkaparehas po yan, no? So when you say sinocentrism, this is the thinking that foreign culture is better than our own culture, no? So that's also related to your colonial mentality. Kasi pag sinabi mo colonial mentality, you love your colonizers. You love imported products. No? So ayaw mong bumili ng Jag or ng pen shop kasi gusto mo po Levi's, di ba? Ayaw mo ng Goya or ng ano pa ba yung iba nating mga kinakain tsokolate, Cloud9. Ayaw mo po ng Cloud9, ng Goya, kasi gusto mo po Toblerone, di ba? So gusto mo Toblerone or Cadbury, di ba? So this is the feeling, ang sinocentrism, no, and colonial mentality. This is the feeling that their products, the imported products, are better than our products. Now, sometimes there can be a tinge of truth, no? Sometimes it can be true, pero hindi naman po sa lahat ng bagay mas maganda yung kanila kaysa sa atin. Okay? So, sinocentrism po yan. The thinking that other people's culture is better than your own culture. Now, letter B mo naman po, that is the opposite. Ethnocentrism is the thinking that your own culture is better. Okay? So, mas maganda sa Pilipinas. Okay? It's more fun in the Philippines. Diba? So, yan po yung ethnocentrism. And so, that means magkasalungat po sila ng sinocentrism. Ang sino po kasi is foreign, no? Meron po tayong tinatawag na xenophobia. Xenophobia is the fear of foreigners or the fear of something that's foreign people or foreign objects. No? So usually sa mga Asian countries, yung mga hindi masyadong matatas mag-Ingles, they have xenophobia, di ba? Ayaw nilang makakita ng mga English speakers, no? Or ayaw nilang makausap yung mga native English speakers, especially mga Americans or mga British, okay? But here, letter D is tumpak, mag-ingay po ang mga nakakuha ng tumpak na choice. We go to number 3. Which activity is most appropriate if I want my students to get a graphic overview of the whole lesson on figures of speech before I discuss them one by one? Would this be letter A, topic outline, letter B, Venn diagram, letter C, sentence outline, or letter D, advanced organizer? What is our choice? Okay, what do you think is the right choice for item number 3? I see a lot of... Okay, samut-sari. Meron din namang letter A, may letter D. Yan, sabi ni Ma'am Lalay, natatandaan ko na talaga mga answers coach dahil binabalik-balik nyo. Okay? So, that is our goal, di ba? For mastery. Para po wag kayo ma-culture shock din once you take your let. No? So, wala nang pagka-shock. Once you see the items, nako, ito po yung inyong iisipin at ito po yung inyong mararamdaman once you get into your testing center, no? So, testing rooms ninyo. You'd say, Sisil, nakita ko na to, no? Alam ko na to. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's. Nakikita kong choice niyo is letter A. Mukhang mukhang genocide ang mangyayari kasi pong ating hinahanap dito is letter D. That is an advanced organizer. Okay? Because all of these are actually just part of your advanced organizers, no? Even your Venn diagram can be considered as part or as type of your advanced organizer, especially if it is going to be used to give an overview, okay? So remember, if you will be teaching a new topic, kunwari dito, no, figures of speech, you are an English teacher and you are going to teach the different figures of speech, your onomatopoeia, your simile, your hyperbole, your metaphor, all these different terms, no? You'd want to give them a graphic overview para makita nila kung alin ba yung mga similarities dito, alin ba yung magkakatulad, alin ba yung related, alin ba yung opposites, and so on. And so you give them an advanced organizer. Meron ka na pong hint dito, no? Advanced organizer before you discuss. And so we call it advanced organizers. Okay? So these are some types of our advanced organizers. Kaya sabi natin kahit yung outline, pwede po siyang maging bahagi ng inyong advanced organizers. No? There is one common question sa ating pong LEP. No? Tandaan po ito. There is one common question ng isang klase ng graphic organizer o ng advanced organizer na hinahanap natin sa LEP. At yung question is, what is the purpose of this type of graphic organizer, no? Or what is the purpose? What is shown by this type of graphic organizer? Ang question po doon is pertaining to your fishbone, okay? So fishbone. Fishbone, no? Yung isang klase din ng ating advanced organizer or graphic organizer. Parang magkatulad sila nitong multi-flow map. Although yung multi-flow mo, meron kang isang topic in the middle, tapos andyan siya, nagsama-sama. Yung fishbone mo po, it is also used for cause and effect, okay? It is a common item sa LET, alright? So, kapag kayo po ay tinanong no, ng LET, what is the purpose or what is shown by a fishbone as one type of your graphic organizer, your answer would be cause and effect. Cause and effect, all right? Now, this here is your Venn diagram, okay? So, pwede din po siyang maging advanced organizer, especially if it is given prior to discussion. No? So, here, you have a circle for the teacher, a circle for the student. No? So, these are some characteristics of your teacher. Teaches, has degree, employed. These are some characteristics of your student. And at the intersect, you see their common things, no? Common characteristics, okay? So both of them spend day in class. Both of them would use textbooks, okay? So this right here is your Venn diagram, a graphic organizer that is used for comparison, okay? To show similarities and also differences, all right? So letter D, ang ating pong tumpak na choice for that item. We go to number four. If a test item has a discrimination index of negative 0.30, what should you do? Would this be letter A, reuse it? Letter B, discard it? Letter C, improve on it? Or letter D, return it to the data bank of test items? What is our choice? Okay, so sabi dito ni Sir Ariel Abadines, hello Coach Mek, nakakamiss makinig at matuto sa Gurong Pinoy. LPT na po last September 2023. Thank you, GP fam. That's coming from your kuya, Sir Ariel Abadines, LPT. Okay. Ayan, may karagdagang knowledge dito, karagdagang konsepto. Si Coach Toto KBL, ayan namimiss niyo si Coach Toto. Magpapakita na po si Coach Toto bukas. Nako, paghandaan niyo po yan. No? So, sabi ni Coach Toto, Ishikawa diagram, fishbone, used for causal analysis. Okay, so cause and effect. All right, what is our choice? Hello po sa mga call center agents dyan. No work sa gabi, review sa umaga. That's coming from Sir John Lloyd Masanding. Saludo po kami sa inyo. Nagpaparamdam na si Coach Toto, sabi ng isa nating kaguro. Alright, again, share our video. Now, share po yung ating video. Make sure that you are sharing our video so that we can reach out to more people. Mas marami pong makakapanood sa atin. Okay. I see letter B's. Letter B is for item number 4. Letter B. Tumpaki ang letter B, no? So, the discrimination index of your item is negative 0.30. Negative 0.30. What should you do? Now, remember, no, we've talked about your discrimination index kahapon, and we said, kada item po, whenever you are doing your item analysis, kapag sinabi mo pong item analysis, chine-check mo whether an item is effective or not, no? Whether you need to revise it, you need to discard it, you need to keep this type of item, no? So may dalawa pong bahagi or may dalawa pong proseso yung ginagawa natin sa ating item analysis, and that would be your index of difficulty and index of discrimination. Now, we've talked about your index of difficulty, di ba? Yung sabi natin nasa decimal po, pwede mong i-move and make it into your percentage para mas maintindihan mo na 0.10, that means only 10% of my class got this correctly. No, yung 1, that means 100% got this item correctly. No, all of them got it correctly. Okay, so what about your discrimination index? Kapag sinabi mo naman pong discrimination index, paano ba na-discriminate or paano ba na ipapakita ng item na ito ang differences between the abilities of your upper class and your lower class or upper group and your lower group. Okay? That means yung mga matatalino at yung mga bobits, no? So nako-compare niya at naipapakita niya sa inyo na ito kayang sagutin to ng mga matatalino, yung upper group mo. Pero ito, naligwak dito yung mga bobits mo, no? Yung the lower group, okay? So if the test item, no, yung discrimination index na, yung value ng kanyang discrimination index is negative, 0.30. Remember, we also had an item on this yesterday, di ba? So sabi kahapon sa ating pong item, if an item has a negative discrimination index, what does this mean? Ano nga yung ibig sabihin, no, kapag ka negative yung discrimination index ng isang item? Ano nga po yung ibig sabihin? Ano nga yung ibig sabihin kapag ka negative yung discrimination index ng isang item? Na-miss ko yung boses ni Coach Mac. Yan ang naririnig ko nung nag-exam ako, lalo na sa Prof. And yan, sabi ko sa inyo, no, it is so true that you are going to hear our voices. No? Magmumulto po kami sa inyo. Unit earner, but 89% Prof. Ed. O, saan kayo? Maraming salamat po, Gurong Pinoy, Team Skinner, Let Passer, September 2023. That's coming from your kuya, Sir Raven George Dones, LPT. Okay, now going back, no, sa ating pong question, no, yung question binalikan natin from last night's discussion. What does it mean if the discrimination index of an item is negative? No? So yan, sabi ni Ma'am Lynn Coralde, more from the lower group got the item correctly. So that means more from your bobets Vidanes, from your bobets group, no? So yung mga medyo mahina, sa mga medyo mahihina mong estudyante, sila po yung nakakuha ng tumpak na choice. Yung mga matatalino naman ay naligwak. Okay? So, you can definitely conclude na, there's something wrong with this item. Ano kaya nangyari sa item na to? No? So, here, sa ating pong item number 4, negative yung discrimination index ng isa pong item mo. And so what are you gonna do? Okay? So what will you do? What will you do? Okay? And so tumpak na choice po natin dito would be letter B, discard it. Discard, no? So itapon ka agad. Basta negative, itapon ka agad. Kagaya po ng mga tao sa paligid nyo, basta nega, tapon na kaagad, no? Kasi na-absorb nyo yung pagka-nega niya, no? Nakaka-down, di ba? May mga downer tayong mga kakilala. Alright? So you don't reuse it, you cannot improve on it, no? So mahirap kasi siyang i-improve pag masyado na siyang nega, and you cannot return it to the data bank, no? Because when you say return, that means you are going to reuse it, di ba? And so letter B, ang ating pong tumpak na choice here, okay? So here are the different ranges of our discrimination, no? So if it is 0.39 or higher than that, it is an excellent item, and so you have to preserve it, okay? So put it in your test bank. 0.30 to 0.39, it's a good item. There may be some possibilities for enhancement. No? Pwede pang i-enhance or pwede din namang gamitin as is. Okay? 0.20 to 0.29 average. You need to verify it or you need to review it. No? So tingnan ulit ang inyo pong item. From 0 to 0.20, it's a poor item. Reject, okay, discard, or review in depth. But if it is negative 0.01 or more, no, or worse than that, it is a very, very bad item. It's a worst, no, the worst type of item. And so you'd have to discard it or you'd have to remove it. Okay, so remove it. Yung ating pong hinahanap na choice. Okay, we go to item number 5. To determine her students' level of moral development, Teacher E presents to her class a morally ambiguous situation and asks them what they would do in such a situation. On whose theory is Teacher E's technique based? Letter A, Brunner, letter B, Piaget, letter C, Freud, or letter D, Kohlberg? Who is this? Okay, so sino kaya ito? Sino ang ating hinahanap? Okay, so si Teacher E po ay nag-present ng isang morally ambiguous situation. That means a moral dilemma, no? So parang wala kang pagpipilian, di ba? Or you are trying to question your morality when you are in such a situation. Kunwari, kailangan mo ng pera, no? Kailangan mo ng pera. Tapos meron ka pong nakitang wallet, no? So you know that it is very important and it is the good thing to do or the right thing to do is to give back the wallet, no? To give back the money to might be the authorities. Kasi, for example, walang pangalan yung wallet, no? Walang ID yung wallet. But you really need the money at the moment kasi, naku po, magva-Valentine's Day, wala kang pang-date. Ayan na, ang mga magva-Valentine's Day, okay? So, ano yung gagawin mo, no? So, in this type of situation where you have a moral dilemma, what should you do, no? Pero hindi po yan yung ating tanong. Yung tanong po dito, kaninong nakabase, no? Kaninong theory nakabase ito. And of course, ang tumpak na choice po natin dito would be letter D. Tama po kayong lahat, no? That would be Kohlberg. Hindi po tsupaa. Sir Vince, move on na po tayo sa tsupaa, no? So, Sir Vince Graciano, sabi niya tsupaa. Okay, letter D, Kohlberg po ang ating hinahanap. All right, now what about the rest of your choices? Before we go to Kohlberg's theory, no? So, yun po si Brunner, of course, we know, no? Sabi ni Brunner, dapat we have to follow the natural method of teaching our students. So, dapat we have to consider their readiness. Kapag masyado pang bata yung estudyante, hindi po pwedeng symbols yung gamitin natin. No? So from enactive, that means learning through movement, to iconic, learning by looking at pictures, to symbolic, no? Learning by looking at just abstract symbols. Okay, so that's Brunner. Now, what about spiral curriculum? That's also coming from Brunner. No? So yung ginagamit natin sa K-12, di ba? Spiral curriculum. Parehas lamang po yung topics, pero as you go to another level, mas nagdi-deepen, no? Yung inyong pong mga topics, mas nagiging mas mahirap. Okay? Now, that's Brunner. Now, what about Piaget? Si Piaget, of course, we know Piaget for our smart people cook fish, no? Na medyo nagasgas sa atin to kahapon, di ba? You remember last night, no? Ang dami nating Piaget-based na question. So, sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete, operational, formal, operational. Okay? So, hindi ko na po siya iisa-isahin. Now, balikan na lamang yung ating video from last night if you were absent last night. Okay? Now, what about Freud? Si Lolo Freud, of course. We know him for the first, no? First muna, your psychoanalytic na theory. No? So, the id, the ego, and the superego. So, sabi ni Freud, personality ng isang tao po ay influenced by these three factors. No? Yung id mo, and the superego, they are the extremes, diba? Extremes po sila. Yung id, that's your animalistic side, diba? Your sexual urges, libido, wala akong pakialam kahit nasa publiko ako, no? Nasa public ako, gagawin ko to, diba? That's your id. Hunger, thirst, okay? So, hindi makapagpigil talaga si id. Ang superego naman po, that's the moralistic side, diba? Yung mga madre-madrehing side, pare-parehing side, na superego po yan. And of course, the ego is the balance between the two, no? That is your idea of yourself. That's the ego, okay? So that's the balance between the id and the superego. And of course, we also know him for the psychosexual na theory, no? So OA palagi, oral stage, then the anal stage, then the phallic stage, then the latency stage, and genital, okay? So mamaya, babalikan natin yung OA palagi dahil meron tayong item on that, alright? Now, what about Kohlberg? Sino naman itong si Kohlberg, no? Sino naman kaya itong si Kohlberg? Now, ito po yung teorya ni Kohlberg, no? Sa kanyang moral development. According to Kohlberg, meron po tayong tatlong main stages, no? Sa ating moral development. You have level 1, which is pre-conventional, may step 1 tsaka step 2 dyan. Level 2 mo is conventional, may step 3, step 4 ka dyan. And of course, you have level 3 post-conventional, meron ka ding step 5 and step 6 po dyan. So, tigdadalawang step sila. Now, when you say conventional po, ibig sabihin lamang ng conventional, unahin ko to, kasi yung dalawang levels natin ay may mga prefixes lamang, no? So, when you say conventional, ayon sa ating society, okay? According to the social norms, according to our tradition, for example, according to our culture, no? So according to our way of life, kung paano natin ginagawa yung mga bagay-bagay sa Pilipinas or sa inyong kultura, no? Or sa inyong community, that's conventional, okay? Now, pre-conventional, when you say pre-conventional, dito po, napakabata pa ng isang anak, no? Ng isang estudyante. So here, alam niyang may rules, ginagawa niya or fina-follow niya yung rules although hindi niya naintindihan kung bakit may mga rules na ganito, no? So, yung step 1 dito, punishment and obedience orientation lamang, okay? So, the child would follow the rules because the child would want to avoid punishment. Dahil lang ayaw niyang mapalo, uuwi siya ng maaga. For example, no, dahil ayaw niyang mapalo ng kanyang nanay, uuwi siya ng maaga. Hindi pa niya naintindihan kung bakit kailangan niyang umuwi ng maaga kasi baka delikado sa daan, baka makidnap siya or whatever. Okay? Now, ang step 2 dito, no, naive hedonism. Ano ba yung naive hedonism? The child here would conform to get rewards para naman makakuha ng reward, no? And to have favors returned. Ito yung step na tinatawag natin, yung step 2 nyo po, ito yung step na tinatawag natin na I scratch your back, you scratch mine too, okay? So balikan, kumbaga, give and take. Yan po yung naive hedonism, okay? So naive hedonism, that would be step 2. That would still be under your pre-conventional level. Now we go to your steps 3 and 4, conventional level. Remember, I told you conventional level, ayon sa inyong social norms, ayon sa inyong kultura, ayon sa kung gaano nyo ginagawa yung mga bagay-bagay sa inyong community. No? So step 3, good boy, good girl morality. You follow the rules because you'd want to avoid disapproval or dislike. Ayaw mo na isipin ng iba na masama kang tao, masama kang babae, masama kang lalaki, and so you need to follow the rules, okay? You need to follow the rules because you don't want other people to dislike you or to disapprove of your actions. No? So ito yung good boy, good girl image. Yung mga teacher's pet, yung mga tanungan sa left about teacher's pet, your answer would be conventional level, okay? Conventional level, your teacher's pet. Now, step 4, you conform to avoid censure by authority. This one, you want to maintain social order. No? You want to follow the rules in our society. Okay? So, mas malaki na siya. Kumbaga, halos magkaparehas po sila ng step 3, pero this one is at the macro level, no? Sa mas malaking society, sa mas malaking community. Okay? So, hindi na lamang other people ang kinoconsider mo, but you'd want to follow the rules dahil ayaw mong masita ka or mapagalitan ka ng authorities, no? ng otoridad, okay? Ng police or whoever is in authority. Now, post-conventional level, no? Post-conventional, hindi ka na nagfa-follow talaga or alam mo na merong rules but you are doing something, sometimes ang action mo po is not to maintain law and order, no? Not to maintain the social norms. Now remember, sabi ni Kohlberg dito, hindi lahat ng tao ay nakakatuntong sa post-conventional level. Yung ibang tao po natanda na, yung ibang tao namatay na lamang, never tumuntong sa post-conventional level. They cannot decide on their own, they cannot go against the rules, no? Kahit na alam na nilang niyuyurakan na yung kanilang puri, no? Hindi pa rin sila makago against the rules. So that's your post-conventional level kasi hindi ka na following what most of the people are doing. No? So post-conventional, step 5, you first conform to maintain community, but your emphasis is on individual rights, okay? You want to conform, you will follow if you see that this is going to be good for the entire community. Pero once na hindi na makatarungan, then you are going to or you are ready to go against that rule, okay? So your emphasis is on individual rights. Now, step 6, individual principles of conscience. No? Prinsipyo mo na mismo. Yung gusto mong stand or defend, no? That's already your principles, your own conviction, no? Yung konsensya mo na. Okay, so some people might choose to go to the bukid, no? Mamuhay sa bukid, mamuhay sa bundok kasi hindi sila pabor sa ginagawa ng ng mga authorities natin or ng mga politicians natin, no? So these people are at the post-conventional level na, okay? So they don't want to follow or to conform because they know that this is already against human rights, for example, no, against their principles. Okay, so these are the different levels of moral development according to Kohlberg. All right, we go to item number 6. Okay, so ito na po yung OA palagi kanina. When the daughter is competing with the mother for the father's attention, the daughter is said to be experiencing letter A, sexual deviation, letter B, electrocomplex, letter C, identity crisis, or letter D, Oedipus complex. What is our choice? Again, please do not forget to share our video so that we can reach out to more people now, and tag your friends. Please do tag your friends so that they can also watch our discussions. Oh, may mga usapang math dito sa ating comment box. Naku po, hindi makapaghintay si Coach Toto. Andyan na. Nagpaparamdam na po sa inyo. Sabi ni Ma'am Flora May Ilanan Delioso. Good evening, Coach Mek. Thank you sa mga padrills and sa mga techniques nga imo gi-impart sa amoa po. Imo hadjud tingog ako madugong while gabasa sa mga questions. September 2023, let passer Team Skinner B. Laban mga church kay kamo na pod ma-LPT og March or Ig-March. Okay? Maraming salamat, Ma'am Flora. Isa po sa ating mga LPTs. Okay, I see a lot of letter B's. Okay, so the daughter is competing with the mother for the father's attention. This, of course, is letter B, electra complex. Okay, so letter B, electra complex po yung ating hinahanap, no? So again, mamaya na yan, no? Sexual deviation, when you say sexual deviation, hindi siya nagpa-follow sa sexuality ng karamihan, no? So, for example, yung gender niya, the gender that he identifies with or she identifies with ay hindi hetero, no? Hindi female or hindi male, nasa LGBT siya na community. Identity crisis, hindi niya alam kung nasaan siya, ano ba yung magiging role niya sa ating society, no? And of course, ang Oedipus complex po, that is the opposite of your Electra complex. Dito naman, yung batang lalaki ang nakikikompete sa tatay, no, for the attention of the mother. Okay, so here are the different stages, no, of your psychosexual stages according to Sigmund Freud. All right, so again we said OA phalage. Okay, so OA phalage, oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. So oral stage, no, according to Lolo Freud, at every stage, no, sa kada stage po na ito, ay meron tayong tinatawag na erogenous zone. This is the part of our body that can give us satisfaction, okay? So, ito yung focus, kumbaga, ng attention ng bata kasi this part of his body or her body can give the child gratification or satisfaction. So, at the oral stage, it is the mouth that is the erogenous zone of the child. Now, so here, the child would derive pleasure from oral activities, including sucking and tasting, okay? They like to put things in their mouth. Gusto nilang may sinusubo sila. This is from the oral stage, no? Tandaan, 0 to 1-year-old po ito, no? Subo ng subo. Gustong may sinusubo yung bata during your oral stage, okay? So oral stage po yan. Now we go to your anal stage. Anal stage, 2 to 3 years old. Here, the children's erogenous zone would be their bladder, no? So bladder control or kaya siya nagpa-potty training na, okay? So pagpupupo at pag-iihi, yan po sa anal stage natin, okay? Phallic stage naman po from 3 to 6 years. Now, when you say phallic, this came from the term phallus, no? Yung phallus po is ari. Okay? So, ari. Scientifically speaking and for the purpose of education. Okay? Wag po kayo ma-shock. Alright? So, that's the phallic stage, phallus or ari. So, here, ang erogenous zone ng bata ay yung kanya. Okay? Yung kanyang ari. Okay? So, the phallus, no? So, minsan, from 3 to 6 years old, sometimes you'd see the child playing or toying with a toy, playing or toying with the ning-ning. Okay? So sasabihin nyo, nako, kanino ba to natuto or kanino ba to nagmana? Okay, kanino ba to nagmana? But we have to know, no, as teachers and as future LPTs, no, we have to know and we have to realize that this is just natural. During the phallic stage, yung erogenous zone kasi ng bata would be the are. Okay? So, nag-explore siya, no? The child is trying to learn about himself by exploring, no? So, by touching. Ayan po yung ginagawa ng bata. And so, in this stage, or at this stage, nangyayari itong ating Electra at Oedipus complexes. Okay? So, electrocomplex mo at Oedipus complex mo ay nangyayari dyan po during the phallic stage. Okay? So, phallic stage. Now, during the hindi ko na tuloy ma-pronounce. So, latency stage, from 6 years old to puberty. No? So, 6 years to puberty. Ang latency stage mo, ito po yung pinaka-boring na stage para kay Lolo Freud. Kasi sabi ni Lolo Freud, during this stage, walang erogenous zone yung bata, no? Walang parte ng kanyang katawan na nakakapag-gratify sa kanya, nakakapag-satisfy sa kanya, because during this time, no, pansinin niyo po, the child is at school during this period, no? Kasi busy siya sa schoolwork, wala siyang time explore ngayon yung iba't ibang bahagi ng kanyang katawan, so wala po siyang erogenous zone, okay? So that's latency stage. As children spend more time and interact mostly with the same sex peers, okay? So meron silang mga cliques, di ba? So meron silang mga barka-barkada, okay? And finally, you have the genital stage. Ang genital stage mo would happen beyond puberty. And yung genital stage mo, halos magkaparehas po sila ng phallic stage. Okay, so sexual exploration din yung bata dito. But we call this sexual reawakening, di ba? So pagbabalik ng, kumbaga, erogenous zone ng bata. Pero yung pagkakaiba po nila ng phallic at yung genital stage, sa phallic stage mo, siya lang mismo yung nag-e-explore, no? Kumakapa-kapa. Sa genital stage po, meron ng ibang kumakapa-kapa, okay? Ang ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin, meron na po siyang partner, okay? So the individuals here are attracted to the opposite sex peers. Okay? It might be the same sex peers, no? Kung siya po ay homo, di ba? Kung sa ating mga homosexual na kapatid. Okay? So that's your oral, anal, phallic, latency, and of course, your genital stage. Okay? So nasang stage na kayo ngayon, no? Of course, we know na nandyan na dapat genital stage, no? Or some of us, no? Dapat po wala na tayo dyan kasi merong tinatawag si Freud na fixation. Meron siyang tinatawag na fixation. Kung hindi ka daw po na-satisfy sa isang stage, po pwedeng meron kang maladjustment, no? Or maladaptation. Okay? So kunwari, hindi ka na-satisfy sa oral stage, no? Hindi ka nakasubo na kung anong gusto mong isubo during the oral stage. Now, ngayon, no? Ngayon, kahit na naglilet ka na, nagre-review ka na for the let, gusto mo pa rin meron kang sinusubo, okay? Or some people might be chain smokers, some people might be gluttonous na yung palaging gustong maraming kinakain. Some people might be alcoholics, no? Dahil fixated sila at the oral stage, okay? So maganda ding nasasatisfy, no, sa kada stage. That's according to the theory of Freud, all right? We go to, ayan na, ang ingay po ng ating chat box. Ayan, subo ng kanton. Naku po, okay. We go to item number 7. Which of the following characteristics among learners can indicate that their parents have been authoritarian? Excuse me. Letter A, fearful, inhibited. Letter B, strong, outgoing. Letter C, open, friendly. Or letter D, responsive, active. What is our choice? Okay, kapag ka-authoritarian po yung inyong parents, no? Or it might be your teacher, kung ikaw po ay estudyante. What can be an indication na authoritarian, no, yung isang taong namamahala sa inyo? Po pwede din namang jowa, di ba? Po pwede din po itong ma-apply sa jowa bilang papunta po tayo sa Valentine's Day. Okay? So what is our choice? I see a lot of letter A's and of course, tumpak po yung letter A. Now, as you can see, no, odd one out. Siya lamang po ang naiiba dito. No? So the rest of our choices are all positive. Diba? Strong, outgoing, you have open and friendly, you have responsive and active. The only negative choice would be fearful and inhibited. No? Takot na takot. Okay? Now, we go to the 4 different types of parenting. Remember, your authoritative and authoritarian, parehas po sila in having high expectations. Mataas yung expectations nila or yung demand nila from their students or from their kids, no? From their kids or from their students. Pero tandaan po, no, wag po tayong malito yan. Sabi ni Ma'am Genevieve, makalisang. Bad si Aryan. Okay? So bad si Aryan. Yan po yung inyong tandaan. No? So negative po yung authoritarian and authoritative is positive. No? So although parehas po silang mataas ang expectations, mataas yung demands, si authoritative po ay supportive. No? So lahat ibibigay niya, tutulungan niya yung bata, iti-teach niya yung bata, no? Or ipapa-tutor niya yung bata kung hindi niya kaya mag-tutor on her own, no? Ang authoritarian mo naman po, maraming demands, maraming expectations, pero unsupportive. And yung focus niya or yung emphasis niya is on following the rules, no? So discipline yung kanyang focus. Okay? So yan po yung ating situation kanina. Okay? So takot yung bata kasi grabe yung expectation sa kanya. Pinipressure siya pero hindi malamang siya tinutulungan at ang daming rules. Okay? So that's authoritarian. Now your permissive and uninvolved naman po, parehas din sila in terms na low po yung kanilang expectations. Okay? So wala silang masyadong expectation. Okay lang anak, kahit na ganito yung grades mo, okay lang yan, nak, no? Hindi ko ine-expect na nasa honors list ka or hindi ko ine-expect na you do well in your test, no? So, low yung demands nila or low yung expectations nila. Kaya lang, your permissive mo naman po is overly supportive. Kumbaga, bigay lahat. Okay? Give lahat. Give ng give, no? So, these are the types of parents that can give rise to spoiled kids, okay? Sa ating namang mga teachers, these are the types of teachers na super friendly with their students, okay? Remember, it's good that you have a great relationship with your students, pero dapat you should also keep your distance para yung authority mo po ay na may maintain pa rin, no? Hindi masyadong super close, okay? Hindi po pwedeng permissive ka. Now, yung uninvolved naman po, walang expectation at wala ding support, no? So these are your negligent parents. So wala siyang pakialam. Ayan, si Mami nagsa-Starbucks lamang. Okay? So negligent parents, uninvolved or detached. Yan yung mga terms, no, na po pwede nating gamitin dito po sa inyong uninvolved. Okay? So po pwede din po ito sa ating classroom, sa parents, po pwede din po ito sa ating mga relasyon, sa ating mga jowa, no? So authoritative ba ang iyong jowa? May mga rules, may mga demands ba siya, but the person is very loving? Or ang dami niyang rules, hindi ka makalabas tapos hindi din naman kayo nagkikita, no? Is your jowa permissive? Okay, so spoiler ba siya? Lahat binibigay sa'yo, okay? Bigay lang ng bigay, okay lang, no? Kahit na wala kang ibigay in return, basta bigay lang ako ng bigay. Or uninvolved, okay? So walang pake ang jowa mo sa'yo. Yung jowa mong hindi mo na alam kung nasaan na, okay? Naglahong parang bula, alright? So these are the different types of parenting that we have. Okay, we go to the next type or the next item, number 8. A child who always fights with his or her classmates, who has a very short attention span and who has frequent tantrums is believed to be suffering from. Okay, so always fights, short attention span, frequent tantrums, so mental retardation, Down syndrome, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD, or learning disability. What is our choice? All right. Now again, if you'd want to enjoy na dire-diretso pong panunood, wala pong cut ng ating video at nare-replay po yung ating video, nasasagutan niyo po yung ating mga quizzes, drills, and of course you can download our files, become a member of Gurong Pinoy's Team Pavlov. Just send a message through this Facebook page. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's, and that of course is tumpak, no? Yung pinaka-hint ko dito is short attention span, okay? So very short attention span, minsan the tantrums, no? May fighting, that's your ADHD, okay? So mental retardation, yung and learning disability, halos magkaparehas, although there are different types of learning disability. The mental retardation talaga, hindi siya at par sa kanyang chronological age. Kunwari, 15 years old na siya, pero yung kanyang mental capacity is nasa 6 years old pa lamang, for example, okay? Down syndrome, ito po yung ating trisomy 21 na pag-usapan natin to kahapon, no? And of course, learning disability, we have different things, okay? So meron kang dyscalculia, dyslexia, dysgraphia, no? So mamaya, meron ulit tayong item on that, okay? We go to number 9. Teacher A finds teaching in a multicultural classes very challenging. Which among the following choices will alleviate the difficulty of addressing these challenges? Okay, so multicultural po yung kanyang klase. No? Would this be letter A? She must consider stereotyping rather than cultural identities and biased attitudes. Letter B, she must nurture diversity rather than practicing domination and oppression. Letter C, she must welcome one-sided view rather than the recognition of biases. Or letter D, she must embody a curriculum rather than perspective. What is our choice? Kunwari, si teacher A is a teacher in an international school. No? So, sa international school siya nagtuturo. What can she do? Since iba-iba yung klase ng kanyang mga estudyante. Yan, sabi ni Sir Carlos, plastic na naman for today's video. Ayan, ilabas ang pagiging plastic. And of course, tumpak na choice po natin dito, no? Tama po kayong lahat. Letter B ang ating hinahanap. So, nurture diversity. Okay? So, kahit na iba-iba sila, you have to embrace their differences and nurture their diversity. So you can learn from each other's differences, di ba? So, hindi po pwedeng stereotyping. When you say stereotyping, kasi may bias ka, no? Meron kang generalization about a certain group. Kunwari, sasabihin mo, no? Excuse me, sa mga Muslim brothers and sisters natin, I'm not saying that this is true, but kunwari yung stereotyping mo is lahat ng Muslim terorista, di ba? Lahat ng Ilocano makunat, okay? Lahat ng mga Ilongga gwapa, wow, biased, okay? Lahat ng mga, ano pa ba? Ano pa yung mga stereotyping natin sa Pilipinas, no? Sa Pilipinas, ano po yung ating mga stereotypes? Okay, yung mga taga-Bacolod daw, mayayabang, di ba? Yan yung sabi nila. Okay, stereotypes nila. Ano pa? Yung mga Ilongga, malalambing. Ano pa? Yung mga Kapampangan, magagaling magluto, di ba? So ano pa? Ilocano kuripot, yan. Tama, no? Ano pa po? Taga-Capiz. Ano yung taga-Capiz? Tingnan ko ha. Sino nagsabi nun? Taga-Capiz, maraming aswang. Nako, sabi ni Ma'am Mitchell sa Strillo, mga taga-Capiz, labas. Okay. Basta Ilongga, guwapa. Correct. Nag-agree si Ma'am Vanessa Pianera. Taga-Iloilo din yata, Ilongga din yata si Ma'am Vanessa. Ay, ang mga Bulakenyo daw, Bulakenya Carinyosa. Wow. Mga taga-Samar, yung mga waray-waray natin, maisog, waray, matatapang. Mas masarap daw yung Filipino style na spaghetti compared to Italian. Tama yan, no? Dahil, of course, depende din naman sa taste buds natin, sa nakalakan natin. Ang pink para lang sa babae, sorry. Ang pink para lang sa babae, ang blue para lang sa lalaki. Yes, meron tayong mga ganyang mentality dati. Ang sarap balik-balikan kahit left passer na, watching from Cagayan. Hello po, good evening. Sir Carl Romero, isa sa ating mga passers. Good evening po. Lahat ng lalaki, mas marami ang work. Okay? Mga taga-Bataan, pogi, tsaka maganda, waray-waray, matapang, waray-waray, buang. Mga taga-Tondo po, pag palabas ka raw, may butas ka sa tagiliran. Okay, tama, no? All right, now these are some examples of our stereotypes, okay? So, some examples of our stereotypes to, no? So, hindi po pwedeng meron kang stereotype, okay? So, it's not good that you are generalizing people, okay? Usually based on places, di ba? She must welcome one-sided. Ito yung nagpamali dito, no? So, one-sided. Hindi po pwedeng one-sided ka. Ito naman, curriculum lamang isipin mo, wala ng perspective. Hindi din maaari, okay? Because remember, if you are making your lesson plan, dapat nakaka-relate yung mga estudyante mo sa mga tinuturo mo sa kanila or sa mga pag-deliver mo ng topic, okay? So, letter B po, ang tumpak na choice dito. Ayan, mga taga-Sikihor magsanib sa let exam, okay? Mga taga-Sikihor din daw, oh. Ano nga yung mga taga-Sikihor? Mangyan po. Ako, sa unahan po ang buntot. Ano ibig sabihin ng unahan ng buntot kapag kamangyan? Okay. Mga taga-Sikihor daw, mambabarang. Naku po. Hinay-hinay po at baka makita yung comment ninyo. Okay, we go to the next item. Next item, number 10. Teacher Anna has been lecturing for more than an hour, and she noticed that students are not anymore able to absorb additional information. This phenomenon is known as, what is our term for this? Letter A, stagnation. Letter B, procrastination. Letter C, boredom. Or letter D, plateau of learning. Okay, what is our choice? All right, letter D. Okay, and of course, that will be tumpak. No? Yan po yung term natin ginagamit, plateau of learning. We don't say stagnation, no? Although halos magkapareha sila ng meaning ng stagnation, okay? Procrastination, yung bukas na, mamaya na, di ba? So, mamaya na, no? Manyana habit. And of course, boredom naman, bored ka lang. Parang sa relasyon nyo, bored ka na. Oy. Okay, so plateau of learning, wala nang napasok kasi masyado nang mahaba ng information overload na yung inyong mga estudyante. Meron pong items tayo sa LET, no? According to your or about your plateau of learning. May isang question doon, ano yung gagawin mo? Kunwari si Teacher Ana ka, nakikita mo na may plateau of learning na yung inyong mga estudyante. So ano yung gagawin mo as a teacher, no? As a teacher, kapag ka may plateau of learning na yung inyong mga estudyante, what you would do is to vary the activity, okay? So, papalitan mo yung activity na ginagawa nyo, no? Para mabuhayan sila. Oy, may bago, di ba? Now, if you are the one, there is another question na common din sa LET. What if you are the one experiencing plateau of learning? What would you do? You are reviewing for the LET for 2 hours, wala nang napasok kahit na anong basa mo, no? So what will you do once you have reached the plateau of learning? Now, if this is the question, your answer there would be to stop and take some rest, okay? So give yourself a chance to take some rest for a few minutes. And then after that, balik ulit, no? After na bumalik yung gana mo, balik ulit sa pagre-review, okay? And so, we go to number 11. Number 11 po, Teacher Zanny is an inspiration to almost all of the students. Her efficiency and effectiveness in the profession is truly outstanding. Which of the following describes this attitude toward her? Letter A, naturalism. Letter B, progressivism. Letter C, idealism. Or letter D, perennialism. What is our choice? Ayan, sabi ni Facebook user, ganyan po kami dati sa review center. Sobrang haba ng lecture. Yung di namin kaya pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagrasyo. Di na pumapasok. Tama, no? So, itulog kapag ka may learning plateau. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's. Remember, no? She is an inspiration. She is very efficient. She is very effective. She is truly outstanding. And of course, tumpak na choice here would be letter C, ideal, perfection, ideal boy, ideal man, ideal girl. Hello, kaway-kaway sa lahat ng mga napangasawa yung kanilang ideal man at ideal women. Okay, so that would be idealism. Perfect. Hello. Okay, my ideal man is here. All right, now what about the rest of our choices? Naturalism. Ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng naturalism dito? Children's preferred interests, needs, and abilities, yung dapat nating pina-follow, di ba? So dapat po nating pina-follow when we are teaching our students would be their interests, their needs, and their abilities. So, natural na gusto ng mga bata. Progressivism, we've talked about this, no? Paulit-ulit din yung ating isms of education kahapon ng mga questions. Remember your individual differences. You have to know that all of your students are different, no? They're all individuals, they're all unique, and so you have to vary your teaching strategies. Now, multiple intelligences, iba-iba din yung kanilang intelligences. You have to include everyone, no? May it be differences in terms of culture, in terms of races, in terms of religion, everyone should be included. Okay, perennialism, kahapon, we've also talked about this. Unchanging truths, okay? So unchanging truths and the classics, that would be under your perennialism. Okay, we go to number 12. It is the process by which an organism inherits the characteristics or traits of the parents. Is it letter A, fertilization?